USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
The Democratic-controlled U.S. House Judiciary Panel is at this hour considering a contempt of Congress citation for Attorney General Bill Barr and the entire Justice Department, the department having declined to honor a subpoena to give the committee the full unredacted final report from Special Counsel Robert Mueller.
The administration has announced, loud and clear, that it does not recognize Congress as a co-equal branch of government with independent constitutional oversight authority.
That's the Democratic chairman of the panel, Jerrold Nadler. Meanwhile, the top Republican on the committee, Doug Collins, says of the latest Democratic efforts,
what a cynical, mean-spirited, counterproductive, irresponsible step it is.
The White House accusing the Democratic-controlled panel of blatant abuse of power by seeking the full report with a subpoena. And this is USA Radio News. Police in Colorado have just said that one of the suspects in yesterday's deadly school shooting is a 17-year-old girl. She's in custody along with 18-year-old Devin Erickson, the two apprehended after a shooting at STEM School Highlands Ranch outside Denver that left 1 dead and 8 injured. The school not far from Columbine High School is closed now for the rest of the week. Following a New York Times report that said President Trump's businesses lost more than $1 billion in the 80s and 90s, the president on the defensive on Twitter this morning. Because of the losses, Trump paid no federal income taxes for several years. But he tweets that the report is a fake news hit job. He says the real estate developers back then took massive write-offs that would show up as losses, as a tax shelter. He calls it a sport. A deadly overnight fire in Harlem, New York, kills 6 people, including 4 kids. This is USA Radio News. The world finally gets its first look at the latest royal baby in England as Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were showing the baby boy off outside Windsor Castle a short time ago.
I mean, parenting is amazing. It's only been, 2.5 days, 3 days?
Yeah.
But we're just so thrilled to have our own little bundle of joy. And be able to spend some precious times with him as he slowly starts to grow up.
The couple still has not announced a name for the 7th in line to the British throne. Oakland A's pitcher Mike Fiers throwing a no-hitter. Dangerous storms again threatening the south-central U.S. today. Tornadoes reported in Texas near the Panhandle as well as into Oklahoma. Hail as large as baseballs falling in the region as flooding became a concern late yesterday. Rising waters are now dangerous in areas around Houston as well as parts of Kansas. And a tornado watch is now in effect in north-central Texas into southeastern Kansas through late this morning. And a leaked version of a new Pokemon movie turns out to be just a prank. A new YouTube video claims it's the full version of Pokemon Detective Pikachu, starring Ryan Reynolds. The video starts out with the actual opening credits of the Warner Brothers movie, but it appears that then it's just 2 hours of Pikachu dancing around. Find us online at usaradio.com. For USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.